We all know the smell of a new car, or the smell of fresh rain on dry earth. But have you ever stopped to wonder who owns that smell? Up until recently, in the eyes of Indian law, a smell was just a smell. You couldn't own it any more than you could own the breeze. But in November 2025, everything changed. A Japanese company, Sumitomo Rubber Industries, just convinced the Indian Trademark Registry that their tires don't just smell like rubber, they smell like roses. And now, that scent is officially their brand. Today, we are going to peel back the rubber on this case. This isn't just about tires. It's a roadmap for the future of how we experience brands. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Why on earth would you want your tires to smell like roses? In trademark law, we have a golden rule, distinctiveness. If a smell is functional, like the scent of a perfume or the smell of lemon in a dish soap, you usually can't trademark it. Why? Because the smell is part of what the product is. But tires? Tires naturally smell like, well, burnt rubber and chemicals. There is absolutely no functional reason for a tire to smell like a rose garden. And that is exactly why it's a brilliant trademark. When a car drives past and you catch a whiff of midnight rose instead of highway asphalt, you immediately think, that must be a Sumitomo tire. That, my friends, is a source identifier. Here's where it gets technical. Under Section 2(1) ZB of the Indian Trademarks Act, a mark must be capable of being represented graphically. For decades, this was the scent barrier. How do you put a smell on a piece of paper? You can't just tape a scratch and sniff sticker to a legal filing. The European courts in the famous Seekman case, 2002, said a description must be clear, precise, and objective. For a long time, India followed this strict path. But for this application, Sumitomo brought in the big guns, science. Working with researchers at IIT Allahabad, they mapped the rose scent into a 7-dimensional olfactory vector. They broke the smell down into coordinates, floral, fruity, woody, and so on. They turned a subjective feeling into an objective mathematical map. The registry looked at this and said, okay, that's precise enough for us. India isn't the first to do this, but we are one of the boldest. Sumitomo actually registered the same scent in the UK way back in 1996. By accepting this now, India is signaling to the world that our IP regime is moving from traditional logos and names to sensory. We are talking about sound marks, shape marks, and now, olfactory marks. So, why should the average person care? Because we are entering the era of multisensory branding. In a world where your eyes are constantly glued to screens, brands want to reach you through your nose, your ears, and your sense of touch. For entrepreneurs, the message is clear: your brand isn't just what people see. It's how they experience you. If you have a unique, non-functional sensory element to your product, the door in India is finally open. The Order of the Rose has been passed. It took nearly 30 years since that first UK filing for India to catch the scent, but we are here now. Will we see pizza-scented sneakers or lavender-scented electronics next? Only time and the trademark journal will tell. If you found this sensational, hit that like button. If you have questions about non-traditional marks, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And while you're at it, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep innovating.